go, tonight. 180.
Now Goff on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray. Murray now. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 52 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He's got his man. It's Butler. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Murray now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And he finds his man. That's Butler. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hakeem Butler, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Back to you.
Out of the gun. Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed. Always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quick.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Murray now on 1st down. This is Butler making the catch. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Get in the right room. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Drake. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work. Just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, it's Gurley. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Goff gets this into the hands of Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To the air again. Gone. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
4 down. Switch. 49, check 49.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And able to find Kirk complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Murray now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Flush to his right. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. Now the Cards going to call another timeout. Their second. as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, that is caught at the 7. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even.
Well, again, they'll throw with Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Edmonds again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Taylor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The give to Taylor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
To throw, it's Murray. Open man, Butler complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now
looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight. And this one is going to be a safety. And you know the man who sat in my...
Like 20. So we got man.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. From the 36, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. They've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Goff now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Goff. And this will be incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
To throw is Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And it's caught.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. Goff now to throw. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Throwing now is Murray. And he finds his man. That's Butler. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
I know we love much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of room.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Goff. And Woods has it complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw, and he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Gurley.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge? Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. They'll run with Taylor. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run with Taylor. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Cards, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles,
what she needs. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess.